Hello in England. I want to just chat about something I call churn in the marketplace, stock churn. If you look at the antiques which are fashionable now, they are not the same items that were fashionable 20 years ago or 50 years ago. So, for example, we have a business in Malta selling antiques, have a business in England selling antiques. The last time I was in Malta, I was asked to go to someone's house and had a very, very verbose, lovingly crafted email saying, "Oh, I've got this, I've got that, I've got the other. Look at these photographs. There were 20 photographs." And this vendor was obviously proud of his stuff and had obviously bought it, perhaps in the 80s or 90s, paid quite good money for it, and he'd assembled this collection, and he decided he wanted to sell it. Because inevitably people die or get divorced or go bankrupt or move home or downsize. So nothing stays the same. And this vendor said, "Please come to the house and tell me what you'll give me for it." So I said I wouldn't go because I haven't got time to value everything for him. Because I could detect that he had asked, perhaps in Malta, 6 auction houses to go, and he perhaps asked a dozen antiques dealers to go. And I've been down this road before in England with other situations. The householder gets everyone to go and look at the stuff. They have, say, 50 items or 100 items, and they just pick the top price for each item, disperse it. And I said I wasn't going to give him a valuation on everything for free, and I wanted him to give me the prices, otherwise I wouldn't go. And he was offended by that, and he was surprised by that, and annoyed, and I probably would have been annoyed myself, but that's another story. So I didn't go to the house. It took too long. But the real reason I didn't go to the house, that's one of the reasons I didn't want to give him free valuation. The real reason is the stuff he wanted to sell was the wrong stuff. Now, you could say, well, that's my opinion. Well, yes. He had bought in the 90s or 80s all the things which were fashionable then. For example, he bought beast figures. He had bought Verni Martin china cabinets with the shaped glass and the paintings on the door. The paintings are actually prints, fake ormolu mouldings. He had bought some John the Baptist pictures. He'd bought some Victorian Romanticist pictures of girls running through the woods. He had bought the card tables, the armchairs, the rosewood, the bull. And that's all the stuff that doesn't sell very well anymore, but it's all the stuff that did sell well before. And if he had gone around all the antique shops, that would have been the star stuff and the stuff people then wanted. But it's not what they want now. They want teak furniture, they want prints, they want sculpture, they want pale furniture, they want good cut glass, large cut glass, different stuff. They want Moorish furniture with bone inlay, mother of pearl. So you can see what I'm trying to say. So though his stuff was of a very good quality, and he probably would have given me a fair price, the price he would have ended up at would be no different from me just buying it in a sale. So there's no point in me spending a whole day arguing the toss over 100 items, writing it down. Oh, I'll have a think about it. Sell one thing next week and ring me up in 6 months and say, "Well, I've decided to sell that." The problem is everyone's already seen it on the island, so I don't want it. If I want stuff, I can go to sale room, and there's no argument about what it's worth. The hammer price is the market price. So, but the story really is about this churn where things are fashionable one day, and then they're not fashionable in the cycle, in the churn, and the things now which are fashionable won't be fashionable in 20 years because of the churn. And the other thing about this churn is my father was a dealer in the 60s and still deals a bit now. And before he was a dealer, he used to work for Harrods and for various household furnishers. And they were selling Terence Conran furniture, and they were selling Danish furniture. And in the sale rooms now, second hand, is the furniture my father was selling new. So there is this replenishment of stock. there was Damien Hirst prints, there was Banksy prints coming onto the market from 20 years ago, and there's more stock than ever. So there was the fashion changes and the actual stock changes. You have the very, very fine stuff, very hard to get now, but you have all this new stuff coming on, mid-century stuff particularly. So it's very fluid. And I felt sorry for this vendor because he was upset, and there's no really adequate way to say to someone, well, you've got some nice things, but it's all unfashionable. It's very hard to tell them that, and many people now are selling their furniture they bought 20 years ago for less than they paid for it 20 years ago. In fact, in England now there is a habit of some of the sale rooms, they will put the invoice of the item up for what it was sold for 20 years ago in the lot. So they'll say, for example, last week I saw some knife boxes for sale in Winchester, and it said these were sold in 1996 for £2,400. The invoice was there, and they said, will anyone give me £800? Someone did give them £800. So you can see it's perilous, and I just think that buyers should be aware that fashion does play a part, and new arrivals of stock of what was previously modern furniture and modern paintings, this churn does occur and keeps the market moving. Thank you.